Welcome back to Update On, and we're going to talk about health and cleaning. Now, as we mentioned in the last episode, I'm a home economist, family and consumer scientist. They changed our name. And I was a textile major. But food and nutrition is where there's still a lot of work being done by the Department of Agriculture. And as I was reading the other day, that's because botulism can kill you and an ugly dress can only make you wish you were dead. So it's very important to keep a clean house, particularly a clean kitchen, because we don't want to be hurting ourselves and our kids and people that have immune deficiencies, and there's a lot of us out there now with that, because things might look clean, but they really aren't, right, Azar?
Exactly.
And some of these germs are very sneaky. And we're going to start with that which my husband and I have massive fights about, the sponge.
A sponge in the kitchen.
Yes.
A sponge in the kitchen, because those crevices they have, the bacteria gets trapped in there. And since it is dark, they grow. So what we have to do, of course, washing with the regular detergent soap, antibacterial soap, it kills some of those small bacteria. But bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella, they may never get killed with those. What we have to do, they used to say, put it in a microwave. But microwave, it doesn't do the job right. Good Housekeeping did the research on that, and they found out that it doesn't not only doesn't kill all the bacteria, but the sponge itself, it may overheat and catch on fire. So it's better not to do it microwave route, to go that route. The best thing is to put it in the solution of bleach. 1 tablespoon, they recommend 1 tablespoon per 1 cup. So you soak it in there for 5 minutes, take it out, it's clean. Bacteria is all killed. But the thing is, throw away your sponge every 2 weeks. Clean them in between. And don't never use the same sponge to clean the surface or countertop or the kitchen sink. Use the solution of the bleach, and with the paper towel or with those towels that you were talking about, if you want to go green, use the microfiber towels and wash them later. And also make sure to clean your sink too. Sink are one of the places that it really gets dirty. And do not put it in your dishwasher, the sponge, because it doesn't get hot enough to kill all the bacteria.
And people forget it's probably down on this list that we have, but microwaves. I have seen some of the filthiest microwaves,
oh my God,
particularly in break rooms.
Because nobody cleans them. Nobody takes the initiative to clean those microwaves. The things spill over, they just leave it there, they don't clean them right away after
And they get baked on.
Exactly.
And other things that get baked on in break rooms and at home are the coffee maker.
Exactly.
So what about the coffee maker? People think that, okay, coffee has some antibacterial properties, like they figure the antibacterial cleaners that you can use forever and that will do everything, and it doesn't. But what about the drip coffee maker?
The coffee makers, as you said, coffee itself have antibacterial properties, but those, they don't kill all the bacteria. But the germ starts building up in the coffee maker, especially in the reservoir, and then those germs trap the bacteria. So what you have to do, 50-50 solution of white vinegar and water. Fill up the whole reservoir and let the half go, turn it off for an hour and let the other half go. And this would clean the whole reservoir of the coffee maker. And also run it another time with the water only.
Yeah.
So it would clean the whole thing.
So that any residue of vinegar
Exactly.
tinged coffee wouldn't be that good.
No, it doesn't taste good. And also don't forget to clean the decanter too. Those gets dirty too.
Well, the decanters are always fun to clean. I'm a great believer in soaking things, or as the Pennsylvania Dutch gals that I went to university with would say, that you were pickling them. And I usually have something pickling someplace in the kitchen.
It's better to be pickled than be getting sick.
Exactly.
It all depends what you prefer.
Yeah, but the baked on and also the base of it, because stuff gets drips.
Crust,
It
yeah.
gets crusty, and people forget to do that too.
Exactly.
We're moving. We're going to go to the bathroom.
Fun.
Fun. Now, it's sort of interesting. A couple of friends of mine are complaining at me because we used to like all white bathrooms. And now the current trend is shades of beige and brown in bathrooms because it doesn't look dirty. White bathrooms, you clean it, you look at it 3 minutes later, and you go,
You have to clean them again.
yeah, there's something sitting there, and I better wipe up. But a tan and brown bathroom doesn't look dirty. Now, there's all kinds of stuff beside tile and everything in a bathroom. How about bath mats? We're supposed to use those for safety. Personally, I like showers, and I like to put in tile that has some texture,
Right.
so that I'm not going to slip. But if you have a bath mat and you're living with a bath mat, you're not going to redo that bathroom. That's an expensive operation. What do you do with bath mats?
The bath mats, because the bathroom is damp at most of the time, and there's sometimes water goes under the bath mat, the bacteria gets in there, and those bacteria grow because of the dark and the hot and the wet, because that's what the area is. The best thing is for the bath mat, put them in the washer every week and wash them. If the label says, you always put on labeling, read labels, read labels, read the label. If the label doesn't restrict you from using bleach, use bleach to kill all those bacteria. And make sure when you put the mat back in the bathroom, before you put it back, disinfect the floor too. So whatever you've done with the mat, it's going to go back and it's going to
Well,
pick up those bacteria again.
You have opened up the door. I have brought a book.
Ooh.
Ooh. Now, people are going to laugh at me. This is Heloise, the second Heloise, Heloise's daughter.
Oh, is she her daughter?
Yeah,
She
this is
looks
the
just like
daughter
her
of the
daughter.
first Heloise.
Mm.
The first Heloise was doing her stuff, started in right after World War II, when I was a child. So she would be very old now. And she did what she called kitchen engineering and cleaning. The only group that's better for place to find out about cleaning is to go on the computer. I said the word. And go to the Soap and Detergent Institute, who has changed its name. And it's some version of cleaningeverything.com. And you will find directions on how to clean anything. And soap and detergent is very interesting because they tell you that everybody in this country uses too much product.
Especially, when you do laundry, I have seen people, they empty the half of the container in there. You don't need that much soap.
Well, you don't, and you should read these things.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, we don't read directions in this country. I used to teach by making kids read ingredients on food,
That's very important.
prepared food. Anyway, we're in the bathroom where people also put all their dirty clothes. And I don't believe it's on Azar's list, but I've been doing my reading, and underwear should not be put in with everything under the sun. Underwear
And hot water.
and hot water, especially bottoms, and never, ever, ever put it in with your kitchen laundry, your dining room
That's true.
laundry, because no matter what you do, there will be some fecal matter, even in super hot, that will get away. And people, it's nasty, and people don't want to think about that. We have disposable diapers for little people and old people, and they don't want to think in terms of their own stuff.
That's true.
So in here, we're talking about the laundry basket. So I'm saying underwear should be in its own bag, pile, little laundry basket. We used to have things that we hung up in the bathroom that we put lingerie in. People don't do that anymore.
It's because of time, basically. That's what they don't do. But they don't realize if they conserve those times, they have to give it in another part with sickness, in the hospital, in the doctor's office. But a little bit of time to spend to do these things, it would go a long way. For me, I personally have these mesh bags. I put my underwear and my socks separately in those, and then the whole clothes goes in, dirty clothes goes in one bag, and the clean one goes in another bag. Some people, they mix these things too, and that is not right, because when you put the dirty clothes with the where you fold the clean clothes with, the same basket, you transfer those bacteria.
Or shall we say, being a functional teenager, like the one in the comic, and all the clothes are on the floor, and the kid is picking out the least dirty thing to wear by smelling it. Some people haven't gotten past that life stage, I'm afraid. So it gets a little bit difficult. Now, part of the reason is that washers and dryers are usually in the basement. And if you're going to design something from scratch, it'd be a lot better to put the washer and dryer very close to the bathroom.
Exactly.
And that's why if you look at some of the housing shows that are about European apartments, the washers and dryers are in the apartments a lot of time, or are in the bathroom. And people look at it and go, ooh, I wouldn't want them there. Well,
That's there for a reason.
You're right there where you're making laundry. You don't have to take it someplace.
Back home, it was always our washer machine was in our bathroom. We never thought it can go anywhere else until I came here.
Yeah, it's an American thing, and people get hurt taking laundry down to basements.
Yeah, they get heavy because sometimes your laundry clothing that you put in the laundry is wet too.
Well, it's also you can't see your feet going down the steps.
Right. And anyway, when you have the laundry basket, it's always better to have those cotton linings, so you can wash those cotton linings with your clothes too, so it would be always clean. If you have a plastic one, clean them with the soap, water, and bleach too, so that way it's always is going to be bacteria free.
Well, Azar and various other people know that I make laundry bags for kids going off to college.
Wow.
And my son, who is now 43, my baby, I started it because he went off to college with a laundry bag. And he noticed that all of his buddies carried their stuff to the laundry in pillowcases. And I said, people actually need laundry bags. And now they sell them. But that
You
was
see?
a long... Okay. We other things. We're going back to sports and entertainment. Everybody I know with their little computer thingy-whatsies.
Earbuds.
Well, I made a mistake and called them toys and had one of the young people really mad at me. I call everything like that toys. But they're wearing these earbuds. And I look at them and I figure, you shouldn't put somebody else's earbuds in your ears.
First
That
of all,
doesn't sound like a good idea to me.
those are just like anything else. It has to be personal. You can't use anybody else's. Even if it is yours, you have to clean them periodically. Because when you put them in your ear, wax may get in there, lint may get in there. You may leave it on the floor or in the gym bag or on the somewhere, on the table. They pick up all those bacteria. So they need to be cleaned periodically. Some of them, they have a removable tip. You can take those things out, soak them in the detergent and water solution for 15 minutes, then take them out and put them in the solution of white vinegar and water for 10 minutes. Dry it out. Make sure it dried out completely before you put it back into your earphone, because if it is not, the water evaporates and damages the earphone.
The electronics.
The electronic part of it.
Electrical things do
Yes.
not like water.
No, they don't. Moisture, water, stay away from them. If you are in rush to put it back, drop a few drops of alcohol in there, wait for a few minutes, it would evaporate the water for you. And also, as you said, do not lend it to anyone. Do not do that, because that's not very safe to do it. And if it is not detached, they are attached and you cannot take them out, do the same thing with the damp cloth. Just clean them with soap and water and then put the vinegar on it and let it sit down and dry.
We're talking about vinegar. We've talked about bleach. I'll go back to Heloise.
Okay?
Everybody buys all of these expensive cleaning products. If you go to Heloise, and she's online, you can find all of the recipes, shall we say, to make your own cleaning products and make them, if you have run out and you don't want to make a trip to the store for one thing, that's such a waste of time, money, gas, everything else, you can pull your own up. And if you then find out, hey, this isn't scented and I don't like those scents, or if you are like me and it's called I begrudge spending big bucks on a $5 piece of container of something when I know I can make it for 10 cents, it's a good resource. My Heloise sits in my kitchen so that, I know where it is.
And you can always use them.
Yeah, it works.
Because it's right there. You don't have to go and look for it.
No, it's right there. Okay, another bugaboo. Keys. Now, we hand keys to small children to play with. They love dangling them. They make noise. They chew on them. Remember, babies are a germ factory, but they're not the only dirt on keys.
Keys can fall on the floor. The keys, you can touch them with a dirty hand. You can lend them to people. You don't know where their hands has been. You can give it to the kids that they touch everything. So kids get dirty all the time. And they have found salmonella and E. coli on the keys. So they get very dangerous. The best thing is, I've been doing this for years. I always wash my keys. If they are brass, You can always wash them in bleach solution. There is no problem. But nowadays, the car keys are electronics. You cannot put them in the water. So what you have to do, just get the damp paper towel or those microfiber ones, wipe them out and leave them to dry and then use them. I do this twice a week. Although I know I don't hand my keys to anybody, but sometimes I go to shop for my car to be fixed. They
Or
touch
you
them.
leave them out
All
on
those
your
things.
desk or
Oh,
something.
Exactly.
Or you
exactly.
pull a Marcia and it's called, where did I leave them this time?
Mm-hmm.
We have probably 4 minutes, and
Okay.
there is this weird thing that every woman has, and she puts down everywhere she goes. It's her handbag.
Oh my God, don't talk about handbags. I have seen handbags, people put them in the bathroom floor. I have seen them, they put it on them, on the sidewalk when they are, having dinner in those sidewalk cafes. I have seen them putting it everywhere. Those picks up all those germs and you bring them home with you. And you need to clean them. If they are washable, wash them once a week. If they are not, twice a week, clean them with the damp cloth. And shoes too, people walk with the shoes. I have seen people go to bed with shoes, and those, you pick up all those dirts and you bring them home. And the best policy is no shoe policy at home. Leave them at the foyer and put the new, house shoes
I've
in the house.
noticed a lot of the young people that I know, younger than my kids, have these shoe racks by their front door.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at somebody's home the other day, and there were a batch of us, and it was called, do you want us to take off your shoes? And the last time I saw that was 30 years ago when a neighbor got white rugs. She had 3 kids, and she enforced everyone took their shoes off. It was her life dream to have these white rugs. It was gorgeous. Personally, I wasn't about to scream at kids all the time over white rugs, but
But it's more hygiene,
it's more hygiene
and
yeah.
clean if you don't walk in your house with the shoes. Mm-hmm. That it picked up all the dirt. I have many times, and I know a lot of people. You walk in the dog poop most of the time at the street if nobody clean them. You take that one. You just imagine you take that one in your home. You take it to your bed. You take it everywhere.
Yeah, and it's a good idea to wipe off shoes. But
Take them off.
With bags and shoes, we're dealing with expensive leather,
Mm-hmm.
so we have to play games with leather cleaners too.
Right.
We should have saved this for Rhonda.
Yes.
Yoga mats.
Yoga mats gets, because sweat gets on them, it's really dirty. So do not take your own yoga mat to the gym, and never ever lend it to anyone. Clean them twice a week with the solution with soap first, and then with the vinegar or bleach, whichever you can clean your yoga mat with. And also make sure to clean both sides, not only the side you lay on it, and hang it to get dry. And the best thing is to cover them with a special type of towel. You can buy for yoga mat too.
What's a special towel for a yoga mat?
They have some kind of finish on them that it doesn't slip. First of all, on the yoga, when you put them on the yoga mat, it doesn't slip. And the other thing is it gets it absorbs the
So you
sweat.
put the special yoga mat towel. This is a whole new thing to buy.
Yes.
A whole new thing for people to take yoga. You've got a yoga mat, you've got a yoga towel, you've got a yoga carrying case. I know certain people that would be very happy to find new things to buy for Christmas this year. But you work out on the mat with the towel on top of it.
Right. And these towels don't slip, because regular towel, when you put them on, they slip when you try to do some of the exercises.
Okay. I have missed a lot in my life. I'm sorry. We're down to our final minute, so I think we need to wish everyone safety,
Happy and healthy.
happy and healthy. And this week, you will see this weeks from now, but this week starts Jewish New Year's. And
Happy New Year.
So wish you health and prosperity in the coming year. And we pray for peace
Peace to everyone, every nation,
everywhere.
everywhere.
Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching.